The commentators explain that there's an important lesson to be learned from the frogs that God sent to the Egyptians as the second plague. We learn the lengths to which we have to be willing to go to sanctify God's name. We have to even be willing to give up our lives, like those frogs that jumped into the burning ovens in Egypt. But some commentators ask, how can we learn that lesson from the frogs? God told the frogs to jump into the ovens. They didn't have any choice. So some commentators answer as follows. God only gave a general command to the frogs to go to the Egyptian homes and to Pharaoh's palace and to go to the bedrooms and the beds and the ovens. So no individual frog was told to jump into a burning oven. In fact, each frog could have made a little blessing. Hareini muchan umezuman. Here I am, ready to fulfill the command of my Creator by jumping into Pharaoh's bed. And let me tell you about Pharaoh's bed. First, I'm sure it was luxurious. Second, I have no doubt that it was covered with the finest Egyptian cotton sheets, because we know world leaders love products made in their own countries.
From this day forward, it's going to be only America first. We will follow two simple rules: buy American and hire American.
But some of the frogs realized, if we all choose to jump into the beds or into Pharaoh's bed, and no one jumps into the ovens, then God's command will be partially unfulfilled. And worse, his name won't be sanctified to the greatest degree. So some of them decided to jump into the ovens. And interestingly, the commentators tell us, only those frogs survived. God saved them. The others all died. Now, isn't that a great metaphor for the choice that each of us has to make every day when we look in the mirror? Are we going to merely fulfill God's commands, or are we going to do something extra? And if not for people choosing to do extra, we wouldn't have that incredibly wide array of volunteer organizations that exist in Jewish communities across the world. Organizations that loan funds to those in need, that provide visitation and food for people who are in the hospital, that provide free medical referrals and assistance, that lend wedding gowns to brides who can't afford them, or who arrange to fill in for bar mitzvah boys who need them, or who do carpools and cook meals for mothers who just gave birth, or for people who are homesick, or people who watch over the body after death, or help provide burial services, or who volunteer to help raise funds for specific issues or people or organizations. The list is simply endless, all because of people who chose to go the extra mile.